Hi knitting friends, today I have a fun project for you to make. This is a little pattern I designed, a little earbud case holder. So I've made this with 8-ply yarn and I knit this in the round, and as you can see it fits perfectly your little earbuds, and it's got a loop that you can thread it through so it secures it. You can either hold that on your finger, or you could potentially put a little button here if you like and hold that down. It will fit the first generation, second generation. I don't know how many generations we're up to now, but as you can see, this is a newer model and they fit in there, but I've also got an older model that will fit. So let's get started. What you'll need is some double pointed needles. We're on 3.25 millimeter. And some 8-ply yarn. I've just used, this is Maximu yarns in Sour Strap. It's my favourite colour at the moment, so we're going to try that. So what you're going to do to start off with is get your length of yarn to cast on and create a slip knot. It's interesting, my nails kind of match the yarn today. Did that on purpose? Not really. And you're going to cast on 15 stitches onto one needle, which is unusual when you're knitting in the round because normally you knit them onto multiple needles. But today we're going to pop them all on the one needle, and I'll show you why once I fix this little one here. So casting on 15. Like so. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Now we're not going to need that tail because we won't actually be sewing up the bottom, because I'll show you why. So we'll just cut that a little bit. I like to do that just so you don't get confused with which one is your working yarn and which one is your tail. So the next step you're going to do is you're going to knit into the front and the back of each of those stitches. And if you've never done that before, I'm going to show you how. So you go into your stitch as you would as usual to knit, wrap your yarn around, pull it through that little gap, but you're not going to slide this stitch off the needle as you normally would. You're going to go back into that stitch, into the back of it, and knit it. And as you can see, when you do that, you create 2 stitches from that one stitch. And we're going to do that all the way along the needle. So we started with 15 and we are looking to create 30 stitches altogether on our needle. Okay, working the last couple here. Last one is always the fiddliest one. Here we go, in the front and then into the back. And let's just count our stitches to make sure we've got the right amount. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30. Perfect. Now, the next little step is a little bit tricky, but I'm going to show you how to do it. So you're going to actually place your stitches onto alternate needles, and I'm going to show you how to do that. So you turn your work around as if you were going to knit back the other way in traditional knitting. And what you're going to do is you're going to get a third double pointed needle, and you're just going to slide the stitches on to alternate needles. So we start with one in the back, then one on the front needle, one on the back needle, one on the front needle. Take your time with this because it can get a bit fiddly and you don't want your stitches falling off. You want to keep them nice and secure on your working needles. So I'm just going along this row as before. a bit like lacing up a shoe when you're putting in shoelaces for the first time. One in the back, doing alternate sides. And we've just got to the end, so as you can see, you're going to have 15 stitches on each needle, and your work will look like that. You'll have a big wide seam down the bottom. That's your little tail from casting on, and your working stitches will be on this side. Now what you're going to do is you're just going to turn your work inside out to make sure that the seam is going to be on the inside, and that's going to be your outside seam. So the way we're going to do that is put our yarn to the back here, and we're going to work across this row this way as you would normally knit. The first couple of rows will feel a bit weird because it'll be quite tight together, and you can see there. Even experienced knitters have the wobbles sometimes. So we're just knitting across these stitches, as so. Last few stitches at the end of that row. So you've reached the end of that row, finish that stitch, and then what you're going to do is turn around and work back the other way across those stitches, like so. Okay, so we're at the last few stitches on this side, and you're just going to finish those off, and then you'll just keep going on those rows, and you're going to work 15 rows all together in the round. So 15 rows on each side. So this is number 2, and as you can see, the further you go along, the easier it is, because the stitches will loosen up a little bit and they're not so snug together on those 2 needles. And then when we get to the end of this row, we're just going to turn around again and work back a second row on the other side. Like so. So you keep going until you've got 15 rows on each side. I'm going to let you get on with it, and I'll catch you up once you've done that. Okay, so now we've got our 15 rows on each side, and as you can see, this yarn just knits up beautifully with that saturation of colours. You can see at the bottom we've got a lovely little neat seam there from turning our work inside out, and you can also see there's our cast on thread that we can just trim that back so it won't get in the way. Now what's left to do is we're going to create our ribbed edge at the top and our little loop and our little hole there. So the way we do that is you get your working needle again, and this time, instead of just knitting across the row, you're going to go knit 1, purl 1, knit 1, purl 1, all the way across both rows. So I'll leave you to it, catch you up on the other side. Okay, so you've completed 1 row of knit 1, purl 1 on both sides. And this next one that we do, you're going to knit 1, purl 1, by 3, so 6 stitches in. And then what you're going to do is, instead of knitting 1, you're going to knit 2 together like so, and then you're going to do a yarn over and then knit 1, purl 1. And the reason we've done that is that's going to create our little hole for our loop to pass through later. So you've done 1 complete row of knit 1, purl 1, and then on the second row you've done 6 stitches of knit 1, purl 1, then you've knitted 2 together, you've done a yarn over, and then you've continued with knit 1, purl 1, and keep going till the end of that row. Now you can see when we hit the other side, it's actually purl 1, knit 1, because we've got uneven stitches on our needles. So it means we work 15 on one side and then start with a purl, go back and do purl 1, knit 1 till the end, and we should end on a purl. Once you've done this row, you're going to do 2 more rows of knit 1, purl 1. So I'll leave you to it and I'll catch you up again once you've finished that. Okay, so we've done an additional 2 rows of rib. That's 4 rows of knit 1, purl rib in total. And you can see here we've got our lovely little hole ready for our loop to go through later. Now the next step is to cast off in rib. So how you do that is you go knit 1, purl 1, and then you're going to pass the first stitch over the second stitch. Then you're going to knit 1 again, pass that stitch over that stitch, purl that stitch, pass that one over there, and you're going to keep going along until you've cast off all the way around. So just knit 1, purl 1, but it's one more step. It's passing the first stitch over the second stitch, like so, and keep doing that until you get to the end of the round. So I've just finished that first side and I've got rid of that needle because I don't need that anymore. So I'm just working on the 2 needles and I'm going back in this direction. Same idea, knit 1, purl 1, and passing the first stitch over the second stitch. Like so. And if you have a look at where we've worked, we've got a nice chain cast off there. Okay, so I've got to my last 2 stitches. Pass that one across, you're going to end up with 1. And all you need to do is cut that off. Then I just pull that out like so. And then you're going to get a nice blunt darning needle. And all I do is I try and mimic the chain pattern here by just picking up into there and then going back to kind of mimic that so it gives it a nice finished edge. Go back through there, and then we're just going to weave it on the other side like so and cut that end off. So we've got the main part of our earbud case, and this should fit snugly inside like so. So the only thing that we've got left to do now is to make this little loop. And the way I do that is I line up where my hole is, and you can see that it's lined up with this little knit section here. And what I want to do is I want to create an I-cord on the right side of that. So I'm going to pick up 2 stitches because our I-cord's going to be 2 stitches wide. So you can see if that's where the hole lines up there, it's 2 stitches off to the side. And the way we're going to create our I-cord is, I like to do it with my AirPods in if you can, because it gives you a nice straight, but you don't have to, you can hold it like that. You're going to thread your working yarn in a few times on the underside of your work, so the inside of the pouch. And I just kind of weave it in a little bit so it's not going to pull through without it showing on the other side, on the right side. Then get your scissors and just trim it back. Perfect. And then we're going to get another double point needle, and we're going to work our I-cord. If you need to know how to do I-cord, I have another tutorial that shows you, but it's basically you knit across the 2 stitches and then you slide them down to the end of the needle and work them the same way as before. And each time you do that, you're just pulling the yarn behind, make it nice and snug, and it should create a cord or a piece of tube sort of fabric. So you're going to keep working I-cord for 10 centimeters. So just working those 2 stitches in the same direction. Okay, so we've got our 10 centimeter piece cord, and what we're going to do is we're going to leave a little bit of a tail because we need some to sew up, and we're going to get rid of that double point needle, thread our darning needle once again, like so, and you're just going to secure off those 2 stitches at the end. Don't worry about that because we can sew him up. So it's nice and secure. I just go over a couple of times. And then what you're going to do, this is the last little thing you need to do, is you're going to create your loop like so, down like that, and then you're just going to sew it into the underside like so. So we're just using that end and the darning needle and making it nice and secure, making sure it's not going to come away from the case. If you like, you can go in and out as well, and sometimes what I like to do is just sew it in to this other side as well. Don't worry if your needle comes undone, this happens to me all the time. So I just sort of catch it back through, and then when you've finished sewing that in, you just weave your working yarn back through like before. And there we have a little loop. Trim that off. And let's test if it works with our earbuds. Earbuds. Used to be called headphones in my day. Okay, so there we have, they fit snugly. You've got your little loop and you can thread it through. The first few times you do it, it might be a bit fiddly because that hole's getting used to it. But you've got a snug, beautiful little earbud case. I hope you enjoyed that pattern. Please share your experience of knitting this below. I'd love to see your little knits if you decide to make one. And yeah, let me know what other projects you might be interested in making. Thanks everyone. Have a wonderful knitting day.